This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Hi, I'm Brad. I could do without these two, but I love When Calls the Heart.
Hey, it's Panda. I absolutely like When Calls the Heart.
I'm Dan. I despise When Calls the Heart, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Guys, how are we?
Man, it's after 11 p.m. on a Sunday night. I'm recording a When Calls the Heart episode, so I'm doing dandy.
Awesome.
Type of dandy. Was that supposed to be Dick Vitale?
It was supposed to be Dick Vitale.
Type of dandy. Is that what you did?
You know what? Dick Vitale is fine, I suppose. But
I just look, I'm not saying I'm not with you. I'm saying you can't say that. The guy's 112 years old. He still calls games. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt here.
But his Hooters commercials are uncomfortable.
Yeah, they are.
We can all agree on that, though, right?
I can't believe he does this.
Still.
I've never seen someone more of a national treasure that I literally cannot stand to listen to.
That's fair.
I have to mute it.
Yeah.
How many people know what we're talking about right now?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
I'm a b-ball boy.
Hope Valley, baby. Oh, Hope Valley. Leah Rosemary. Another marital spat. Oh, no. Jack's missing Mountie stuff. Mounties are in town, baby. Neill Mater's a bad father.
Does Dick Vitale want to do the synopsis?
Oh, boy, I think he does. I don't know if
Guys,
we have that kind of time.
how are we, first of all? We're
So
at the end of
good.
the week. We're really excited.
Yeah, we are.
When Calls the Heart, Season 4, Episode 5.
I also did a little bit of math because we were talking about how close we were to halfway. And you were saying that we were halfway because we're in Season 4. Do you want to know the bad news or the worst news?
We're not halfway.
That's the bad news. The worst news is there's 87 episodes of this bad boy, and we're on episode 35.
Whoa.
We still got over 50 left.
This is Cookie Palooza all over
Oh,
again, boy.
man. There's no way I'm going to make it.
I'm not going to make it.
I didn't prepare.
I went the home team like a dummy.
That's right. You and I did fiber and stuff. We watched art house films before. Hell.
All right, guys.
Tell us we're not good after 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Guess
You're talking
the
Getting
title
better.
of this episode. Guess the title of this episode.
Uh,
I don't know how they do it. It's phenomenal.
Heart of Community. That was
That was last week's.
Heart of
This is the second week in a row you've done that.
Heart of a Mountie.
Heart of a Mountie. Okay.
Okay, that's not bad.
Hearts are wild. Wild hearts can't be broken.
What is that in regards to?
Which thing? In regard to?
What is what you're saying in relation?
I just thought maybe it was wild out there.
Okay. It's not that. It's not either of those.
Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken is a movie about horse diving, and there's a lot of horses in this one.
It is a change of heart.
It's better than just saying the episode of the last one.
This
title.
week's episode is just called Change of Heart.
Change of Heart. I can see that.
I like Wild Hearts Can't Be
How?
Broken.
Because I think if you really think about it, there's been a lot of change of hearts in this episode. You want me to dive and break it down?
I'm diving in.
I could do a full breakdown.
I would love to see it.
There's a change of heart between the people that Rosemary is trying to get set up. There's a change of heart.
But no. There's not a change of heart between those two people. They both have the same feelings they had at the beginning. Of the
I don't
episode
think so. I
as they
think
do
she
at the
brought up.
end.
No, there was a
They
change.
just actually said their feelings by accident.
There's a
because
change of
the-
heart between
not a change of heart.
Laughlin's
You're 0 for
character
1. Go ahead.
and Pastor Boy.
Pastor Boy, not a change of heart there either.
Nope, there's a change of heart.
No.
There's a change of heart because he's for
There's
Jack
only
because he's starting to
one.
miss the Mountie.
There's only one
There's
change
a
of heart in this episode. And
There's
you've
also
not
a
said it
change of
yet.
the heart between the railroad and the replacing of Elizabeth. There's a change of
No,
heart
that didn't make
between
any
everybody.
sense.
Everybody's
Replacing
having a
of
change of
Elizabeth,
heart. Everyone's
not a
having a change of heart.
They were
Everyone
playing-
is.
None
I
of
know.
those were changes
I
of
think
heart.
you need a change of
The
heart because
only
you're
change of
insufferable
heart-
past 11 o'clock.
The only change of heart in this episode is Abigail now thinks she wants to be mayor once she's not anymore. And that is a legit change of heart. That's the only reason the episode could have been titled this. And you listed none of those.
I think I listed all of them. And if you want to be complete and correct, then you follow Panda. If you want to be a loser and a loser face, then you follow Dan.
I'll let him speak for us.
You guys can't hear that, but I'm diving in.
Oh, you did it.
You never know you're going to need to know. Here we go, boys. You
never know you Nigadek. Nigadek. I saw Nigadek live. They were crazy. Nigadek, baby.
Maestro 2017 and went something like that.
2017.
Stop.
Benny's back and better than ever. Benny works nights and weekends. He doesn't have a choice. He's homeless.
So you're working right now.
I'm working. This is what I paid the big bucks for. 2017. I get recognized in the street, not as the 2017 guy, but as the guy trying to wash your windshield for a nickel.
A nickel?
You heard me. Nickels add up into dimes.
Elizabeth reminds the audience at home that the railroad isn't paying its fair share of taxes, and she thinks that's wrong. Abigail doesn't seem to have a problem with people taking shortcuts like taxes. Elizabeth and Jack are walking around, and suddenly a random Mountie guy comes and tries to punch Jack in the face. Man, how about that action?
That was wild.
Turns out just a couple of boys just doing what boys do.
Oh.
It's just boy time with the boys. His name is Doug. And Doug is there in this episode. You know what? Another change of heart. Jack, I feel like, is having a change of heart about turning down that role.
We could argue
I already said that.
That's the last one he said, and I don't think that's accurate because I think we just do your synopsis.
Elizabeth assigns a family tree assignment to the children. Neill Mater's not happy about that because it's going to mean he's going to have to realize that he's a bad dad. Elizabeth talks to the railroad executives about how overcrowded the school is. Can you guys do anything about this? Oh, wait. Cody wrote a letter to Rosemary's advice column, so that makes one, about Abigail and Frank's problems that they've been having. Rosemary decides that she's going to find out who this is. It's definitely Cody. She's going to help Cody with this situation. A guy named Carson comes into town, and immediately his thing is auto bang here. He helps the little girl not get run over by a wagon. Those wagons are wild.
The amount of runaway wagons.
It's just crazy. In Hope Valley, especially with that one road.
So he's acting all weird about this whole thing. We'll find out why later, maybe. Rosemary gives Cody a love poem to put in Frank's jacket so that he'll think it's Abigail. Cody's not going to blow this. Carson goes to Faith to see about his injury, and he says, I think it's a hairline fracture, and by that I mean I don't know anything about this situation at all. I'm not a doctor. Faith says, just don't do anything too hard, and he was like, that's going to be tough, seeing as how I'm here to work on the railroad. Gowan tells Abigail that she's not needed anymore as mayor. My federal investigation has been dropped. And no need for you. Thanks for your duty, your service. Elizabeth, Abigail, and Bill agree that it's all, can you believe this? Gowan's up to shady doings.
What?
Cody keeps messing things up. Rosemary's going to have to figure this out. I don't know. Elizabeth finds out that the railroad is giving the school 2 times the current budget. So
double the
all
budget.
Things are looking up there at the school. Elizabeth and Jack are talking in the saloon when Frank sees the outlaws trying to break into a bank and steal the payroll from the railroad workers or something like that. I don't know. He tells Jack, who leaves the saloon, to handle it. Jack, Frank, and Bill take the outlaws out. They're doing it again. Those boys. Dottie tells Abigail that Gowan waived the railroad's taxes, and Abigail's like, not this thing again. So she goes to confront Gowan and is like, who do you think you are? I am. Faith tells Carson to go talk to Abigail about a job because he's not fit for the railroad. So she hires him to do something at the cafe. Abigail and Frank sort out their differences. No thanks to Cody, the dum-dum. And they end up kissing. And Elizabeth and Jack, they're having a wonderful time. They're going to eat dinner at home. And so she goes back into the school real quick to grab something. And there's a fella there. And he's like, "Hey, I'm Mr. Stone Man, and I'm here to be your replacement." And we're all like, what?
Oh, credit.
And that, my friends, was When Calls the Heart, Change of Heart.
We did it. Yeah, episode 35 out of 87.
Woo! Let's break this episode down. After this break, Erin, don't. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about When Calls the Heart.
We all decided to go with a sound effect. Like it's like in the break, we all were like, "I'll take you take a woo, and you'll take a which oh, and we'll just do it." And that's a fun bit.
Yeah, I thought that was really good.
We nailed it.
Good.
Trace, let's do that one again in 20 episodes.
In 20 episodes,
we will recycle that bit.
Yeah.
We have a folder called the Recycled Bits.
Recycle bits, yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
Somehow Clay Aiken just keeps popping up in there. It just gets moved to the top of the queue.
Well, I don't know what you want from him. He's watching us when he sleeps.
Yeah.
Love that.
And I mean, yeah. Let's talk about this one, boys. Change of heart. No change of heart here. We're going to break this episode down with 4 segments. I'm going to start with a hot take. What's she doing? I'm going to start with the hot take. I'm going to start with a good from Panda. Panda, what you got, pal?
Let me tell you something, Bran. I'm having to change a heart about When Calls the Heart. Past 2 episodes,
oh my goodness.
I have enjoyed. Delightful. This episode, really, I wouldn't say fun, but I would say better. And that is a change of heart from the dog, steamy dog poop that we were watching earlier. This is an exponentially better episode. Past 2 have been way better. This episode, really, really solid for When Calls the Heart. Entertaining, mostly throughout. Sets up with a great cliffhanger. The Rosemary stuff still just takes up way too much time. It's just agonizing. But at least her character does something to help move the Abigail Frank plotline along, so it's not completely useless. To me, the biggest travesty is they don't know what to do with Lee's character. Like once they married him off, they don't know. And I liked his character. I thought he was a very intriguing character overall, and it's a shame because they've just absolutely, to me, they don't know what to do with him. But the rest of the show pretty solid. I had a good time. I'm glad. Hey, Paul Green's here.
Hey, Greenies.
Yes, good episode. And yeah, good to see Paul Green. Made me happy that he's finally here. I just generally, I had a smile when he pulled it down.
Me too.
I'm
That's
happy
fair.
to see the guy. And I'm happy, the drama between the mayor situation here, the mayor of Easttown. So you're telling me the
Mayor of Easttown.
her name's
Mayor. She's not the mayor.
She is the mayor.
No. She has a mayor, a horse,
She
mayor.
has a mayor?
Who is the mayor? Mayor's the mayor.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a horse mayor situation.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So the show is about
mayor's
a
a
mayor?
detective solving a murder. She happens to have a mayor that's mayor.
But the
How'd
show
he
is
get-
the
how'd she get
mayor.
elected?
It was just an election. They voted with their hooves and ballots.
yeah.
Mayor's the mayor.
But the show's about the horse.
The murder. The mayor's just in the background.
But the show's the mayor of Easttown.
Yeah, mayor, the character, the detective.
Not the mayor. Not
the
her
mayor. Who's the mayor just has like 2 scenes. Basically, just goes Mary, and that's it. And we just move back to the detective.
The horse, the murderer.
No. But she does ride the mayor.
The mayor
Rides the mayor, and saves the day at the end.
I am hoping for a spinoff.
Yeah.
Should be good.
What's it going to be called, Panda?
Stare of Easttown. The Dare of Easttown.
Trace, I know we agreed on 8 weeks.
Let's push it back.
We'll push it back.
Yeah, more than fair. It's fair of Easttown. They just go to a fair for 7 episodes. It's wild.
But
you get to see candy apples, all the rides.
Oh, Panda's in there. Are you kidding me right now?
Upside down, especially.
I like this episode. I am quite intrigued by the mayor storyline. Like, I'm legitimately intrigued by a storyline that doesn't involve Jack and Elizabeth. So we've done it. It took us 4 seasons, but we've done it. And so congratulations. I'm intrigued by that. And I'm interested to see what's going on with the teacher situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would disagree on the teacher. Like I thought we were all on the same page. We saw that coming. The only reason the railroad would double the budget is if they get to be in charge of the school. Having said that, that should not take away from the fact that we're dealing in relativity here. This is not good television, but on the trash heap, this sits near the top. I would say this is probably my favorite episode. For a couple seasons, I would say, because you finally get Gowan back doing really mean things.
Yep.
You get a boring railroad plotline that seemed like they dragged out for 5 or 6 episodes, finally like start to coalesce and gel and make sense. And you get less of Rosemary. And I think those 3 things add up to better television. I don't see the guy I think they don't know what to do with is Jack. They're trying to find something to do with Jack.
That's true.
And I would argue he doesn't have a change of heart. I think he clearly sees that path, the road diversion of wood, and he still, while he maybe is forlorn that he doesn't get to do it, he 100% still would rather be here with Elizabeth. And they show that he gets to, there's people robbing banks in town. So they don't have anything to do for him. They don't have a thing that's, they don't have anything to do with Bill Avery. Those 2 guys are just hanging out, trying to find something to do. But yeah, better. I watched it. I would, and it's only 42 minutes, but I would say it's the best thing I watched this week, which I've never said about Wind Calls the Heart. Wow. The daytime drama was real bad, and then every Christmas had a story. I had to watch this and that in 2 hours, and I started at 10 at night, and last night, and this was probably the 40 minutes that I was probably the most glued to of all of that, which says something, because I don't think I've ever said that before.
I agree with that.
Still not good television, but better than what we've seen in what feels like forever.
And that seems
Dan
like a
the
win.
episode.
No, it
That's
did
what I
not.
heard.
No,
Dan
it did
liked
not.
the
No, it did
episode.
not. No.
Dan liked the episode. Dan liked the episode.
What
Dan
did he
having a
like?
change of heart.
Oh, that's why they named it that. They knew that one day.
I would have a change of heart.
Yep.
Good luck on that.
It's time for all the Fields Part show to talk about what in this episode gave us Fields Panda.
Oh, man. How about a bank heist scene that doesn't go anywhere, but it's awesome
That was
while it happens?
Aside from Rosemary, that's my least favorite part of this episode.
You know what?
No, you really
Why?
liked it.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
It's basically they just tried to do something, a second episode in a row where they just put guns in the scene and have somebody get hit.
It works for me every time. I'm a simple man.
It was so useless.
It was awesome.
I just
Somebody
didn't do
flipped a
anything.
table.
Oh man, things are out of hand.
It was entertaining. A lot of fun.
2 words, boys. Paul Green.
Yeah.
Man, I'm that guy. I love that guy.
I didn't have any feels in the episode per se, but getting to where Paul Green's on the show did make me happy. So,
Feels like we're caught up.
Yeah, it does feel that way. Let's call it. Can we call it?
We're basically
we should ride
halfway.
into the sunset. This is as good as it's going to get, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We're basically halfway.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with the, I believe what we're calling the Wait What's.
That's right.
Here on the Hallmark.
Oh yeah.
We're back.
Yep.
Let's get to the Wait What's. I'm going to start my good friend Panda. Panda, what had you scratching your little noggin there?
Yeah, I'm glad to share that information with you, Brand. Cody comes walking on out, and she says, Aunt Becky says to him, she said, did you brush your teeth and not just use water this time? And he smiles back at her, and she's like, good. How could you tell?
Maybe the smile is just she knows that means yes. I got no idea.
But she checks it she's like,
1913 especially.
I just
unless he had giant things in his teeth,
I
there's
don't
no
know.
way.
I have no clue. Rosemary says to Cody, she goes, you mess up now and then, more now. I don't understand. That's not how.
Yeah.
I don't
think that's a thing.
I don't think
It's
that's
not a
how.
thing.
That's not. And it's every now and again, or you say now and then.
She says you mess up now and then, Not every now and then?
Yeah, she says now and then. She goes, more now.
More now. Boy, I don't remember that at all. That is bad.
It's just, I don't understand.
Man, I didn't catch that one.
It's rough. And maybe this just makes me kind of heartless overall, but it's not the railroad's responsibility to build the school and make it bigger.
No, but it certainly helps them bring in quality employees if they're in charge
sign of
the
goodwill.
school.
I agree.
It's not a sign of goodwill. They're taking over the school because it gives them more power.
Correct. But before Elizabeth comes to him and she's like, it's your responsibility to be helping out with the school. And I just, at first, before they decide.
I think it's what she's saying is their responsibility to pay taxes, which helps with funding the school.
But she's looking for extra money. Like, she's like, you guys need to be.
She's upset that they're sending all the kids and not paying any taxes.
But they're still paying some taxes. They're paying reduced taxes.
Yeah.
But like,
not anymore.
Not their fair share.
Gowan got rid of them.
I'm glad Elizabeth is out. Spice it up, man.
That's right.
How good of a teacher was she? She was letting those kids.
It was a mess out there.
Terrible.
Well,
those family trees.
Well,
look
I
like
can
a
tell you
disaster.
that's one of my wait whats, but like I don't know if any kid left that activity knowing what the heck a family tree is.
No
way. I don't know if Elizabeth knows. Fired. You fired.
I don't have a ton. I am worried about the sustainability of the cafe because at this point they just keep hiring whoever that's willing. They are going to let this guy who just got into town cook.
He was on the old chuck wagon though.
Yeah.
He was on
He was on Chuck Wagon.
He was on a little
So
Chuck
that's
Wagon.
experience.
Yeah,
Is what they
exactly
say.
right.
Yeah.
Then my last one is there's no world where Gowan, again, I keep going back to this. I don't want people to forget, and Dan, you're doing a great job of it, but I don't want people to forget the fact that Gowan killed
Yes.
not
Tens of people,
but in that tens of people is Abigail's husband. And son.
That's right.
And she, for the life of me, I think might forget this. Because she walks into the office and is like, well, I thought we were good. I really had thought you were on the up and up here.
You a second chance, I believe.
Like a second chance.
Yeah.
Well,
which has been my valley for
But
months
she
now.
said it.
And then to say it out loud was everything I needed to hear.
I couldn't.
Like I
It's even worse. Like the town still letting him. It's like whatever. You know what? Like he's
Still
a
don't know
guy.
how he became
He's
mayor.
He's a guy with power, with money. That type of stuff happens. But this woman, whose husband and son were killed because of this dude.
yes.
To say I was going to give you a second chance
I
here.
can't believe you double crossed me again.
With the taxes.
Didn't see it coming. Didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dana?
that's just being dumb. I got a couple. First of all, Gowan gets in the mail this letter that says that all charges have been dropped. And no one bothers to corroborate that information. Nobody's
see
like,
that letter?
can I see the letter? Can you show me a seal from the government? He just goes, hey, the charges have been dropped. And they're like,
And everyone's like,
oh,
no.
Oh, it's a shame, man. I thought you were under investigation. He wouldn't lie about it, I'm sure. No way. And then can we talk about the incredibly violent greeting of the kid that shows up to see Jack and surprise him? Imagine, if one of your students, 10 years later, showed up and just punched you in the face. Ha ha! We were boys back in the day. I don't, what happened in that scene? I couldn't.
He said that it's because of all the pranks that Jack pulled. But
The pranks where you just shove somebody and punch them in the face. Those pranks. You know the ones. And then I wrote down, and it's Panda's Field, so I'm sorry. The gun robbery scene was shot and executed exactly how a 9-year-old would do so in his mind. And the best I can figure, at one point there's a guy with a gun, and Bill Avery just goes up to him and punches him and tackles to the ground. And the guy with the gun is just like this. Earl! And he falls down. It is awful. It's just embarrassing for all involved. Those are my
feels.
I stand by it.
I mean, it was funny feels for sure.
Funny feels. It's time for Hopes and Valleys, things that are giving us hope for the future and or bumming us out. Panda.
Let me tell you about all the hope I have moving forward. I hope that there's a double teacher battle. I hope that this teacher sticks around for a little bit, and I hope that they co-teach and plan some nice curriculum together.
No one, and this is meant as both a compliment and a not a compliment. No one hopes as big and as often as you do.
I have big hopes.
Yeah, you do.
Valley, that this fun ride's going to end one day because it's just a
laugh a minute.
My hope is that my boy Carson is here to right a lot of wrongs that have been done to us over the past couple seasons. I think it's all rise here thanks to our good friend Carson.
Yep.
Wow.
All rise.
My hope is that this Gowan continues because this is the Gowan. They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. That's exactly what happened here. This Gowan is a monster, and that's the Gowan that we thought we were getting that was so great about season 1. I would say, and I don't know if you agree with me or not, but season 1 is better than any episode of any season past because the threat of the menacing Gowan is there constantly, and it makes scenes have some heft and some weight, and that's been missing until now. So my hope is that he's back. And my valley is, they don't know what to do with Jack Thornton. I mean, they don't know what to do with him, and so help me if another gang comes to town. I can't handle it. It's just, I just can't do it. It's just dumb.
Pocket watch?
No.
Shepherd's pie watch?
No.
Pot roast talk, though.
Pot roast talk.
Close enough. And smolder count. Panda?
Low this
real
week.
low.
I would say 3.
Yeah, I'm at a 1.8. Is it something in a dime?
No, it's not. It's 2 and a nickel.
Call it even.
2.05?
No, 2.5.
2.5.
2 and a nickel.
2 and a nickel is 500.
2 and 50 cents.
Okay. 2 and 2 quarters.
2 and 52 cents.
2.52 is what you're going with. Wow. We got a bunch more win call. We got like 6 what's calling my heart.
Yes. People listen.
I'll go back to the chronological order, but I'm going to go ahead and read this one because I think it's great. And I think if we wait any longer, then Bran, you may forget your part in this. Just wait. This is how it starts.
I've not agreed to any parts.
Dan asked Panda to randomly say a person,
Hot dog.
place.
Why am I thinking Sally Fields?
Paluski, hot dog Paluski, and a thing.
Water bottle.
Hot dog Paluski, water bottle. Bran, what's calling my heart right now is you finishing off this episode by performing an improv scene as inappropriate mustard, speaking to hot dog in Paluski about water bottle.
Okay. What was inappropriate mustard?
Hey, I don't know.
Okay. Hey, hot dog. I don't wanna rustle your feathers. Here in Paluski. But there've been some people, and I'm talking about the water bottle, and we can't have any of it. We can't have any of it. Inappropriate mustard out.
Let's hope you remember the inappropriate mustard bit by the time you record this episode.
Sure didn't.
Y'all make every morning a blast, and I continue to fall more in love with DTH. Thanks for all that you do. Paige Holland, thank you, Paige. That was wonderful.
Wow.
Worth every minute of that. Loved
Sure
it.
was.
For sure.
Guys, we'll be back, I don't know, tomorrow? Or maybe not.
No, who knows?
Who knows at this point? Until then, maybe the first movie. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.